So, we're going to be doing a soft speaking video today as requested. So, if I start whispering on accident, apologies. I'm just trying to be more consistent and like listen to people. So, yeah, I had a video idea to do. Just like read off. If you guys are familiar with like pop culture or just like, or on like anything, you probably are familiar with like shower thoughts memes. So I wanted to read some off today. In all honesty, I do come up with my own sometimes. I'm not just like really uncreative, but I couldn't really think of any for this video, so I initially turned to Reddit, and none of the things on there I thought were really appropriate, so I'm on BuzzFeed now instead. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this sort of video. I know some people don't like when I just like tap on stuff, so I can do this too. But yeah, we can just get started. So I'm on this BuzzFeed website. Let's see. Okay. Fruits and vegetables fired from a cannon are biological weapons. And yeah, I might do some commentary on some of these too. Some of them are just a little bit like, and I might skip over some of these as well. I think there's like over 80 questions in here, so, or they're not questions, they're just like statements, I guess. But I don't really have too much to say about that. It's like kind of a funny joke. Let's see what else. Bone broth is boneless bones. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess. Sure. That one's a little bit of a stretch, to be honest. Let me know if you ever made bone broth. I haven't, personally. I tried bone marrow for the first time, like maybe not like last month, but like a couple months ago, and it was fine. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that. It's a good thing. Dinosaurs went extinct, except for a few of them that evolved into birds, which turned into chickens. Humans now eat chickens by turning them into dino chicken nuggets. That's terrible. But yeah, it's kind of true. Yep, so it's technically like still a dinosaur. It's okay, I was going to make a really terrible analogy there, and I'm going to choose not to. Your most annoying and repulsive song that you've ever heard is on someone's favorite playlist. That's true, yep. If you, let me know if you listen to Blade in the comments. Does anybody listen to Blade? If you, yeah. We're the last generation who can talk to World War II vets. Well, I don't know if that's totally been set in stone yet, but I mean, perhaps. Once we start harvesting comets and other chunks of ice for water in space, someone is going to have the first drink of water that has never passed through any other living being before. Let me think about this. Is that true? You can really taste the... Oh, it's about bacteria. I got it. Okay. Science joke. Interesting. Okay. Not a STEM major, so do with that information what you will. But let's see. 8 hours of drinking is binge drinking. 8 hours of TV is binge watching. But 8 hours of sleep is just barely enough. I guess that's true. Sweatpants were made for physical activity, but if you wear them in public, you look lazy. I don't know. I think it kind of depends on the sweatpants and the situation, because I wear sweatpants a lot. now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask about sweatpants social norms, so maybe I'll just stay out of it. Oh my gosh, okay, I need to skip over some of these, they're terrible. I thought I escaped the, let's see. I don't know if some of these are just like bad jokes. I can't say a lot of these, oh my gosh. Okay, some of these are also political. Wow, I thought that BuzzFeed would have. I mean, I guess it's BuzzFeed. I don't totally know. Let's see. A super intelligent species that was able to locate us and then travel all the way here wouldn't need us to take them to our leader. That's true. God, what's that? Is that like a movie quote? Oh my god, I'm probably gonna get called out for that, maybe, perhaps. Okay, younger generations, and that one's not really funny. And I don't know if that's necessarily, I don't want to get too political on here. Movie theaters aren't in the movie business. They're in the popcorn and concessions business. I've actually heard this before, but believe it or not, I went and saw Dune, like, the other week, and, like, the individual tickets were, like, $20. I know I say, like, a lot. I'm just, like, it's like a Gen Z moment. But, yeah, I mean, I think they are definitely, I mean, I know, inflation and stuff, but I think I went to the movies, like, 2 years ago, and the tickets were $8. This was like an AMC. I used to have, like, the Stubbs rewards and stuff, I used to go to the movies a lot when I was younger. And they were, and I hope my laptop doesn't die. That would be unfortunate. All sources of light are temporary and are going to expire one day, but darkness persists forever. Okay, BuzzFeed, thank you for that one. Thank you. Again, I don't know if this is like scientifically, I mean, like I have no, not qualified to talk about this at all, but I'm pretty sure that we don't know that for sure, like, but, plausible, it makes sense. The system isn't broken, it's fixed. Interesting. When you go shopping, business is buying your money with their products. What? I think they were supposed to say, I think that's like a miss. I think these are direct quotes from Reddit now that I'm looking at it. Okay, that explains it a little bit. Okay. Sony and Marvel treat each other like a divorced couple that hate each other but tolerate each other for their child. You're talking about Spider-Man there. That's interesting. I'm not super familiar with all of the Marvel drama, to be honest. I used to be kind of into it, though, to be honest. I would, like, read the comics and stuff. I was into it, but I don't know about all the, legal things with the copyright and whatever. I was sad when Stan Lee passed away. That was unfortunate. Even when a balloon is half inflated, it's completely full. That is interesting. That's yeah, I guess. Every minute of your day, you have to trust other people. Okay. Teeth are the only problem that if you ignore them, they will go away. don't think teeth are... okay. I think that one's pretty accurate. The asteroid, these people really like dinosaurs. Okay, I don't know. A different version of you exists in the minds of everyone who knows you. I guess. I mean, yeah, okay. As an identical triplet, you are simultaneously one of the rarest and most common people on the planet. I guess. Sharing like genomes and stuff, I guess. Making a typo in an online argument is the equivalent to your voice cracking in a real life verbal argument. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. Maybe not like voice crack per se, but like a stutter, you know? You kind of mess up the credibility a little bit. Yeah, I think voice crack, I don't know. Once we have self-driving cars, wipers will no longer be essential because the car doesn't need to clean the windshield to drive. Only humans. That's a thought. That is an interesting thought. Does anybody know what company makes all the windshield wipers? I'm assuming it's just like part of a big conglomerate, but I don't actually know. You know, off the top of my head, I can actually think of a windshield wiper company, but that is interesting, you know. A lot of people, I mean, I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, I guess on like a train, you know, in a train car, you wouldn't have wipers on the side just to like see out the window. So I think that's actually pretty accurate. I've never thought about that. Wow, no more windshield wipers eventually. That's a good one. That's probably my favorite one so far. Very interesting. A lot of people, I don't really know. Kids will never understand. I don't really like that one. There could be a viral video of you doing something random with millions of views. You have no idea because you haven't seen it. Perhaps. I think it's pretty unlikely though. Pretty unlikely. Maybe for like older people. Which I am on like a literal article, so I don't know what the average audience is for this, but Gen Z might have been the last generation to know what it's like to get up early in the morning, watch favorite cartoons. It's probably true, honestly. That is kind of, I don't want to say sad because like, it's like honestly kind of annoying. Like not being able to sleep in on the weekends and like you'd have to, even if you wanted to watch it, you have to like get up and like TiVo it. Like did anybody like record those on like a VHS? Like I did. When I was growing up, I had like not like, you know, for like a while, but up until like at least middle school, I had like a box TV, like one of those big box TVs. And that thing had a VHS built in and like a DVD player. And it was sick. But also annoying at the same time. Like, it was like pretty inoptimal. You know, like if I had Netflix back then, it would have been clutch. I could have just binged stuff, you know. But yeah, I'd get up and I'd watch like Pokemon and I'd watch like Beyblade, Ninjago. Yeah, it's awesome. Someone out there vividly remembers something you said which you have completely forgotten. Yeah. Shower thought. When you walk in a 7-Eleven, you wouldn't think it's an $18 billion company. I disagree. 18 billion sounds about right, even on the low end. I don't know if they own like well, I know they're not like a gas company, they're like a convenience company, but they definitely make royalties on their gas. 7-Eleven kind of has expensive gas normally, so yeah, 18 bill. Interesting, didn't really know that. When we switch to electric vehicles, everything is going to be a lot quieter. This is true. Yeah, it's another thing. Definitely Yeah, definitely be more quiet. Adult life is hard, but at least we don't have to do PE anymore. I liked PE. I thought it was cool. I didn't really have a problem with it. But, I think it depended on the teacher a lot. It won't be long before people use the 20s, the 30s, and I think about this, actually, to describe the 2020s. That's good, yeah. I do think about that a little bit. Yeah, it's like, if you go back, like, to the 1920s, like, we're that equivalent, like, later, right? So, it's kind of interesting. I think about, like, the roaring 20s, and, like, history repeats itself, too. So, like, if you study the economy at all, you can be like, well, the 20s were pretty good, but then, like, what happened after? Like, if a 24-hour clock started at 23:59 and counted down till 0001, people might try getting more done. 24-hour clock. Yeah. I mean, it's a decent... It's not... Is that how military time? I don't think so. It's not. I sound... I don't actually... God, I should check on that, maybe. We advocate not judging a book by its cover, but we also glorify love at first sight. Yeah. I don't know about glorifying love at first sight. I don't know how many people, like, glorify it, but, I mean, perhaps. At some point in life, there was a stranger who got disappointed by how your voice sounded when you started talking. Okay. Chances are high that you are not anyone's best friend. Okay. Well, these are kind of sad. Biscuits and gravy is weird because it's like, here's some really wet flour poured over some really dry flour. Okay. All adults were children, but not all children will become adults. That's morbid. Okay. Sorry. It's likely that over 99% of trees that you will look at will still be here when you pass away. That's nice. The most attractive people you ever see are often random passers-by in public who you will never see again. Not celebrities you can follow, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I agree with that. The posted speed limit is the legally accepted minimum limit, but the socially accepted minimum limit. The speed limit is the legally accepted maximum limit, but the socially accepted minimum limit. Sorry about that. Got it. Okay. We're closer to the year the Jetsons took place in 2062 than the Jetsons first aired in 1962. I don't know what the Jetsons is, but okay, sure. Most people aren't scared of being alone in the dark. They're scared of not being alone in the dark. Yeah. Okay. One day your parents put you down and never picked you back up again. Yeah. True. An everything bagel is proof that you can seemingly have it all and still have a hole inside you. Haha, so funny. Let's see here. What are we looking at? We go to work by cars each day, taking the same route, but almost never encounter the same cars along the way. It definitely depends where you live, but perhaps. If heaven exists, it's probably going back and doing your life over, but fixing all your mistakes. I mean, that's whatever you say, dude. The 10 years between 25 and 35 are far shorter than the 4 years between 14 and 18. That's a scary thought. The fact that bodies decompose and rot after they die just shows you how much our bodies do to keep us alive from contaminants. That is true. Painkillers mute the notification option for your body. Yep. Humans are afraid of getting bitten by spiders even though we have more teeth. Spiders are afraid of getting stepped on by humans even though they have more legs. Okay. We really don't appreciate the fact that email is free. I mean, they make money through other things. I think it's, there are sidewalks in the Cars movies, but they are all cars. Is that true? I don't know. 4 a.m. is the hour where you're either up really late or really early. Yeah. I mean, I think it kind of varies, but sure. Elementary schoolers have no control over their transportation, are punished more for being late than college students who own cars. I think it depends on where you go to school, but in general, yeah, it's kind of, well, there's a good chance that your calculator history is more embarrassing than your browser history. Okay. I might agree with that, honestly. Being on your phone all day went from sounding very sociable to very unsociable within the span of a decade. Finding an eggshell in an Egg McMuffin is both annoying and reassuring. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more, and then maybe we can call it. Pressing the lock button on your car key fob multiple times is the grown-up version of saving your game twice. Yeah, I guess. If you're still pretty young, chances are you still haven't met the majority of people who will attend your funeral. Yeah. There's some nihilistic stuff in here. Wow. The richest person on Earth is technically also the richest person in the universe, since our definition of rich is owning a lot of Earth money, and there is no way for extraterrestrial life to obtain it. Me and my buddy were actually, yesterday when I got the basil plant, we were talking about terrestrial versus extraterrestrial, and the actual definition is of terrestrial is just being I think it's being related to the Earth, so extraterrestrial is just not really they're related, I think. Jello isn't technically boneless. I don't get this one. Okay, probably went over my head. Oops. Most people would find licking the inside of a pipe disgusting, but wouldn't think twice about drinking water coming from the same pipe. Yeah. I think it's a little bit different, though. Maybe not. There's filters, but maybe after the filter, yeah, I don't know. Whenever you eat canned pieces of fruit, you are more likely to share one whole fruit with someone hundreds of miles away. It's a nice thought. Interesting. Headaches make you realize how much you take not having one for granted. I agree with that. Same with a lot of things. Extra fries in your bag is going to become a thing of the past once fast food workers are 100% replaced by robots. Well, I don't know. They might be programmed to just put a little bit in them, but we'll see. I don't know. maybe midlife crises aren't really crises at all. The person has just reached a point in their life when they can do what they want to, and they don't care what anybody else thinks. The people who are upset by it are just mad that their opinion doesn't matter. That's another Cars one. In the Cars universe, a movie about humans would probably be a horror movie. Slender creatures made out of flesh and bone, riding in the lifeless carcasses of the cars. Yeah. Maybe. You probably know more Latin, a dead language, than you do Mandarin, the most common native tongue. I don't really know either, to be honest. But, okay. You never really know how much fun you're having until you look back at the same moment years later. That's not totally true, but okay. I'm finding that I don't really agree with a lot of these, to be honest, but yeah, whatever. If Apple kept its 1976 logo, it wouldn't have to change its logo during Pride Month. You guys know the logo that they're talking about? It's like the... A rating of 2 stars is worse than a rating of 1 star, because whoever rated it actually tried and tested it, and they're not a troll or a blind hater. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It decreases the average less, though, so... A successful marriage ends watching the other person pass away. That's nice. The brain not only named itself, but it also recognized that it named itself and was surprised when it realized that. Okay. This is the last one, I think. Accidentally liking someone's post while looking through their profile is the digital equivalent of stepping on a twig while sneaking through the forest. I don't think so, but okay. And that's pretty much it. I think that's it. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, BuzzFeed, for providing me the content for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can do more soft speaking if you want, or I can do whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.